Yeah, I think the food prices ain't too bad here. $1.43 for Fuji apple, Honey Crisp. Hmm. Yeah, I think it crashed when I went to the electronics store or something. Yeah, had to reset it. Yeah, guess we'll show around the. Someone was trying to tell me how much groceries cost here. So, uh, yeah, I think it happens depending on where you're at in the building. Yeah, I think they'll do well in the finals. I would like the Spurs and the Knicks play instead of OKC, but looks like OKC most likely will play them though. Say $1.54 for some squash, 99 for sweet potatoes. Hmm. Yeah, yo. I think when I went to the electronics store and did that, like the electronics section, I mean, and I was trying to get the batteries. So bananas are 74 cents. Yeah, I'll say it's not too bad. Hmm. I got the walnut banana bread there. I already bought some food, so I'm not buying food right now. See how much the meats are. Say, yeah, I noticed in South Dakota it was like $10 for. Yeah, it's about the same thing. Same thing as Philly too. This price, chicken breast. I usually like getting these. It's Bob Evans mac and cheese, pretty good. Sometimes the mashed potatoes are all right too. Sometimes I would get some of this too. Usually when it's heated, not so much when it's like in the freezer aisle. Salmon's always expensive though. See how much this is. $10 for a fillet. Yeah, that sounds about right. $9. Yeah, that's pretty typical price. Hmm. Yeah, salmon's usually expensive. Damn, they got tilapia with the face head in there. How much does that cost? Doesn't tell you the price really. Hmm. Why did he delete all his videos? I mean, his videos are still up, some of them. I mean, I feel like could be overwhelmed by certain things and um probably the audience he had and I mean, if you do this type of content, it can get to you. It gets to me at times. I understand why. I mean, it's his videos, he could do what he wants with them. I really liked his videos too. There's a lot of videos that I really resonate with. Watched them ever since he started his channel. So, hmm, say. Think he got fired? I don't know if he got fired from his job. I don't know if I saw that on there. Not sure. I guess I have to ask him. Yeah. Hopefully, hopefully he's able to find something, right? Shit ain't easy to find something else. I usually get these tuna packets, great value. They're like 88 cents. Get like good flavors out of them. What's a cack, dude? Choplifting? What's that? I don't know what that is. Yeah, every time I go to Walmart, I'll get the great value stuff. Usually more affordable than the regular brand. And it's like no different either. Yeah, I eat a healthy diet, yeah, most of the time. I try to eat more of a high protein diet, but I don't try to be super strict with my eating though. Like I'll still eat junk food and stuff like that. It's just I don't try to indulge in it all the time. I used to have been like that when I wanted to cut like 3 years ago. I was measuring my food and everything. When I achieved the goal, it was kind of like it was nice, I guess, but I got too lethargic and I just kind of I moved up my weight. These things are pretty good too. Sparkling water, how much is that? Says was 127's a dollar. Hmm. They're pretty good though. I like drinking them sometimes. This is a good shit here. Snapple tea, peach, pretty nice. It's better with the than the it's better with the glass though. You're heading to North Phoenix? Oh, nice, man. Yeah, I live like more east of Phoenix. I live in Chandler. So, what you doing over there? Yeah, the weather tonight is really nice out here. Ain't complaining. Like I was looking up the Sioux Falls weather. It's raining a shit ton. Ain't a fan of that place. Let's see how much liquor is here. I used to drink this shit here. Jack Daniels, Tennessee Honey. That's some good shit right there. This could be pretty good too, but sometimes could be nasty a little bit. 61 in the desert. Yeah, that sounds about right, man. That's kind of like how much it is here. Yeah, if you go up to like Flagstaff or something, it might be a little colder, I think. See what else you got. Yeah, I used to drink a shit ton of this. I used to this here. Yeah, I'll drink like a 70 mil, and I used to drink this at parties. This one, I would drink that all day. This fucking thing, the big handle. That shit be nasty after drinking all that though. That's expensive. Crown Royale. That's expensive shit. Tastes good though. Yeah, I guess it can mess with you if you drink too much. Yeah. Yep. Southern Comfort's pretty good too. That stuff down there. Got some flavor to it. Yeah, yep. It is. I mean, I'll say it's getting more expensive from what I heard. The housing, the gas is high here. If you do move here, the car insurance is high, but I'm probably assuming that California is like kind of nothing different though. So low calorie bottles. Yeah, I mean, won't gain the weight. Something like this here probably has low calorie. This vodka here. Let's see how many calories. Does it tell you on here? I don't know if it even tells you on there. 50% on there. Shit will get you fucked up. We leaving? Yeah, I'm gonna be leaving pretty soon. So I know that guy from South Dakota wants me to check out the store, and he probably wants to know the prices and stuff. 2,700 a year for car insurance. Damn, that's a lot, man. How much is that a month? Like 200 times 12. You're paying like a couple hundred something. Yeah, it obviously depends on the car you're driving too. The more the car worth and like the model, the more expensive also. So that's a lot, man. I pay what how much would mine be a year? Probably like 2,000 something too, man. Rental car cleaning job. How was that, man? Was it any good? Yeah, I used to buy these little Jack Daniels too at school. Those fucking things. Ford Fusion. Yeah, that's high, man. Yeah, it might be a little lower in Arizona though, I'll say. Probably not that much. I pay like 200 a month for my car insurance, and I used to pay 90 in South Dakota. Big, big jump. Yeah, fucking this world can make you feel this way, and I guess people can fucking make people depressed, all that shit. Mm. I don't really see vodka here though. Hmm, not too much of it. This shit's kind of nasty. This is overrated stuff. Hennessy. That shit nasty. I'll drink it sometimes though. Yeah, different cars. Damn, 19 8 hours. Yeah, they'd probably take a while to clean. Sounds like you're doing like detailing or something. I'm buying these AAA batteries, and the guy from South Dakota wants me to uh do a live stream at a store and see the prices for groceries, I guess. So that's what I'm doing. I have to get batteries because I gotta turn down my TV. So yeah, shitty people can make you depressed. Yep. Yeah, cut them out. Walk around a little more and then purchase these. Yeah, always buy great value at Walmart. Some of it may not be as good, but more affordable that way though. Yeah, see, they're not much different. They're like the same with the pasta here. So see the ground meat, and we'll head out. Yeah, grass fed's always more expensive. It's no different though. I mean, I guess you're trying to be more ethical and stuff, not trying to be slaughtered. Like, I guess that would be it right there. If you like meat, this is what Raymond gets. This shit. Yeah, Raymond Sycamore always gets this ground meat. I already tried this. This is pretty good though. Ain't too bad. Check the produce one more time. Head out. What happened? I'm at Walmart buying batteries, showing people around. Yeah, it's probably the same. Kind of high for that. Broccoli, cabbage too. Ain't too bad, I guess. Yeah, groceries aren't like a drastic difference, really. Yeah, repetitive and monotony, man. Boredom constantly. Nah, I already bought food, man. I just came here to buy some batteries. That's it. Yeah, cabbage is good with a lot of stuff, though. I'll say ain't bad. Wish they did Apple Pay for this. You always gotta pay with a card all the time. When does it end? When I guess when humans go extinct. But I guess like when your life ends, and I guess that's when inevitable life will end. Nah, I don't really drink, man. I used to do it at times. What's up, Mooks? What's up, man? Yeah, I mean, I do it once in a while if I want to go out, but I don't really do it like that on the regular. It's like once in a blue moon for me. I haven't watched him in a while, to be honest with you. I just haven't had time. I would like to watch more of his videos again. Some of his videos can be kind of repetitive, but I always like his videos all the time now. I feel like kind of YouTube censorship kind of made him uh like have more of a filter, I guess. If that makes sense. Overstimulated. Yeah, as I'm at the store. Yep. Have a good one. Yeah, yep, exactly. I'll never see anybody on YouTube again. It's okay. It's got a non-existence. Yeah, I have a story about my job today. Some At the end of the day, this guy was like mentioning about religion like randomly. And He was asking me what I believe in, and I thought it was kind of inappropriate, just to randomly talk about religion to people. So I just want to go to work and go home. This this guy wanted to stir up religion, and I guess I kind of just said I'm a agnostic atheist, and he went off on morality and was saying, he was saying that morality is objective and you can't have a purpose without God. And I told him that morality is subjective and uh, it's basically we go by like our biology and our survival mechanism as humans. And I just told him we go non-existence when we die, and he said that's too depressing. It's just weird. I mean, I guess once like he played NF on his in the truck, I already knew this guy was a Christian. Even though I guess there's some NF songs that are pretty good. He's pretty lyrical, but I guess once I mentioned like that he's listening to NF, it sounded like it. Then I guess that's how he brought up religion. I don't know. Hold hand when we die. Yeah, wish it was like that with people that you like. Yeah, he said Jesus was black, of course. Yeah, says black. What's up, gamer stance? Two turnips, one dumpling, four peaches. You ate all that? That sounds pretty good, man. Yeah, should have. Should have told him. He said that everything in the Bible's correct, and I don't know. I just thought I need evidence. I'm not trying to stir up an argument. I'm just trying to fucking go to work. He brought it up for some reason, though. I didn't dislike the guy. He taught me pretty good with the pool cleaning. It's just that he just randomly talked about religion and just try to debate me. I could have just said I believe in it too, just to kind of not talk about it, but I don't know. He kind of pushed me into it, so I was like, I'm an agnostic atheist. 3,500 page book on capitalism. That's cool, man. It's good to it's good to get your knowledge on like politics, right? Like capitalism and just learn more about it and stuff like that. So yeah. You sure about that, Rohai? I heard he was white. Ah, yeah, you could feel it in him. You go down one knee for Black Jesus. You open your mouth and get the message. uh, damn, that's a crazy name. 666. Should have told that guy it's my favorite number. That's my area code. Yeah, that's right. When you go to heaven, you'll be looking. You'll be doing all the blue collar work. You'll be a white collar worker. That's real heaven. Having a purpose. Getting the job done. Sitting there being lazy and just playing with your chicken and uh just tossing and turning is part of the devil. You don't want that. Yeah, they ain't. Ain't homeless, man. Mean, I don't think Jesus is real. If you wanna like hear my honest opinion on that, it's just something that humans made up. Yeah, I agree, Rohai. Rather worship a guy from the Middle East forever when I'm dead. Worship. Who's the dumbest guy? Who are you go on your knees for? Allah. Allah, I would. Maybe Judas. What's another guy? Peter? Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John? Go on my knees for them. Yeah, that's right. You have the right mindset. In order for you to go to heaven, Luke, up there, you gotta be working right here. You gotta apply for jobs. You gotta work 100 hours a week. You gotta show people that you're an outstanding citizen, and you get the job done and make sure the boss makes profits. All the disciples were. They're all flamers. Nothing wrong with that. That's what they're into. Try to be friends with everyone they meet. Um, I feel like it can be entitlement, I'll say. I feel like I think a person like that could be too pushy and too clingy, and I think a lot of times that person may experience loneliness a lot of times. And I'll say it's not the person's fault experiencing the loneliness, but I guess the way try that person try to make friends can push that person away. Don't believe in God, talk about it constantly. So do people that do believe in God. I mean, both. What's up, Britain? Fakest laugh. Yeah, it's a nervous laugh. Nervous laugh. Who's right about blacks? Yeah, I mean, if you go to heaven, it's just monotony at the end of the day, you know? It's what it is. Even if you go to hell. Homeless depression. That's why I live at Walmart. This is where I reside, right here. What's Tavares? State of our country. Yeah, a lot of stuff's not going well in the UK. I heard a lot of problems over there. I think the open borders is a big problem over there, and you got the loneliness. You got the what else you got? Um, the economy over there. Then you got like the knife problem. There's a lot of problems over there. I'll say. Yeah, I try to too, but it's kind of hard. Fucking use the phone every day. Be better off to, you know, chill with it. What do you mean I live at Walmart? This is where I reside. This is where I live at. I live at Walmart here. Obsessing? I mean, I don't to be honest with you, I don't obsess over God really. I guess my channel talks about uh like God like different beliefs like Christianity or like atheism. I'll talk about anything, you know. I'll just talk about it on here because the one guy mentioned it. I didn't want to talk about God, but he did. So Yeah, nothing wrong with immigration, but can't have too many people that are coming in there illegally, That's a huge problem. That's all that I think that Trump's doing good was the closed borders. But I'll say he's not doing good with the war. I think it's kind of unnecessary, raising the gas prices and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good things about America. I'm not gonna say there isn't any. I'm not gonna say it's all bad. Feel like there's definitely problems that need to be addressed. Definitely is issues. I don't think there's ever such thing as a perfect country. Say America is better than a lot of other ones though. So yeah, I don't like reading books though, man. I don't I'm not a fan of like reading. So I think it's kind of how I was in school. Wasn't good with the reading comprehension and stuff like that. So it was kind of a pain in the ass with that one. That's what people creates life. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are pro-life, but a lot of people don't realize like bringing kids in the world doesn't guarantee they'll have a good life. And that's why I think it can be selfish to have kids because they always think about the positives all the time, but there's a lot of bad in this world, and there's a lot of people that go through unnecessary hardship, unnecessary struggle, unnecessary pain and suffering. And it's just can't always overcome those things. People don't want to talk about those type of stories, right? But I'll do admit, I guess there's people that have decent lives. Man, I mean, it's pro life. Still a judgment day. Um, well, need evidence for that. Uh, but I'll ask you this question then. If there's a judgment day and God is all knowing, then why didn't God prevent bad stuff from happening? Why didn't God um like not let these people exist, cause like all these problems. And that's I think God, like that is all knowing and is all powerful, should be able to stop that, but that doesn't exist. So that's just what I think. Tired, yeah, same man. I get tired doing this monotony shit. I mean, got this pool job, so I can work by myself, which is nice. After this week coming up, I will be driving my own truck and just fucking cleaning pools. Then I got a second job for 2 hours a day cleaning up trash. I don't know when I start, but I gotta get on that. It's only like at night, it's like 8 p.m. to like 9:30 or 10. So it's a nice little job to have extra money. So I don't have to do this lift shit all the time. It's kind of good. So no one laughs at God. No one laughs at God in a hospital. I mean, when people are in the hospital, I mean, I don't think anybody should laugh about being in there. Is the Jews? Yeah, I mean, I guess like there's some that can be corrupt. They're not all Jewish people are bad, right? But well, that stuff. Yeah, I agree. Gamer stance. I agree with you on that. Yeah, that's what he would. That's he would mention his pronouns every song with that. That's cool, Ryan. All right, yeah, that's cool, man. I mean, maybe I'll check it out. I mean, definitely there is some issues in the UK and needs to be addressed. A lot of problems over there. Yeah, you can beat God in boxing. Same. I can get God with the left hook. God isn't all powerful after all if I get him with the left hook, right? Yeah, if you build the muscle. Yeah, that's a good way to get a good vocabulary though. You just keep reading and that's it, right? And I guess the more you read, the better you can get better with your comprehension as well, you know. You go at your own pace. That's what's good about that, right? But I guess when you're at school, they try to make you uh read at a certain pace and it's kind of forced, you know. I think that's kind of what makes people not like reading, you know. But if school didn't really push people and let them learn their own speed, you know, I think people would appreciate reading more. So, what's this tattoo? Which one? What here? It's just I got this like 4 years ago. I feel like it's like a metaphor saying that I'm like trapped in this world in a way. I'm like in handcuffs, you know, and then I'm free when I'm done. So just abort, abort. I mean, I guess my views on abortion. I feel like it can be abused. I feel like it can be irresponsible, you know. But I feel like there's nothing wrong if it's like incest or rape, you know. Even though that like people in the pro life side would say like, oh, everyone should deserve a life, you know. And it could have a good life, which I guess can be true, but I think a lot of times when they're born, there's more potential that they may not enjoy it, you know. So, Hydra, Hydrid. Oh, that's cool, man. Try to watch like free stuff. That's cool. Subbed. All right, man. Yeah, you can check my channel out if you want. May disagree with some things I say, but uh, yeah, you can check it out. And karate too. Yeah, that guy is a big opponent. You can put down your resume. You want to have people fuck with you. God never promised perfection. Yeah, but if God is all good and all perfect, then why didn't he let people um be born with like unnecessary things, you know? It doesn't make sense. Yeah, the right books. Yeah, I feel like it depends on what you're reading, you know? Some people may enjoy nonfiction, some people may enjoy fiction stuff, so I think it's subjective there. I feel like it's good to read both, I guess. Jesus bless you. I guess so. I'm down on my knee and opening my mouth to him. Can of these? What's that? How many lines today? I did 6 lines of chlorine. When your father leave you and your mother. I mean, my parents divorced. So I grew up with divorced parents like all my childhood. Lived with my dad most of the time, and I don't get along with him. I tried helping him with his business, and he hard to work with. You know, he likes to instigate his stress onto me, and then I go ballistic, and I don't justify my shit. So I became homeless for a bit, and then I moved to the Midwest, and didn't like it there for 9 to 10 months, and then I moved to Arizona. So that's the truth. Yeah, yeah.
We live in a world where you are important if you can provide for people. Yep. Yeah, society expects people to contribute and participate and help everybody, you know. They put all these expectations onto somebody. Obama 2028. Yeah, I'll vote for him. What's up, Bob? Hmm. Hawaiian pizza? Yeah, Hawaiian pizza's good, man. It's nice. How's the roommate? I like him. I think my roommate's pretty cool, I'll say. I think we have a good amount in common, too. He's really into that hiking, though. He was really convincing me to go again Sunday. He's trying to tell me to drive like 2.5 hours to the mountain. Um, the thing is, I don't want to go because I got some stuff to do, and I'm trying to do some lift this weekend, so it's a little too much for me. So I mean, I'm gonna try to do more stuff with him with hiking later. So, but yeah, he's a cool guy. I think he's really nice. I guess at first, like some things can get awkward, like with the conversations and stuff like that. But I think it's just kind of adjusting with a roommate. You know, I'm kind of the same way. So, what's up, Anthony? Nah, you shouldn't force someone to participate. Yeah, do it anyways all the time. S- Society always does it. I sound like a cowboy? I guess so. Yeah, I'm all right, man. I went to Walmart and I got some AAA batteries for my remote. I was gonna do lift tonight, but I don't want to pull an all nighter to be honest. I woke up at like 4:15 in the morning, went to work at like 5:30, and then I ended at like 11. Went to the gym, then I went to the store, and then I went for an hour run. So kind of tired. Uh, Tomorrow I'm gonna try to do some videos and probably go for another run to try to train for this marathon and go to try to lift this time tomorrow though. We'll see what it's like here. So no, I don't play games that much on my PlayStation. I just watch a lot of TV on there. The games I have are Super Hot. I have Gears of War. Not Gears of War, God of War. Um I have Black Ops 4. I have 2K24. I think that's about it though. I don't really have much really. Maybe if I see a game that I like, maybe I'll play it. I don't really play that much though. How's the job? It's okay. I'll say. Um, I'll say it's pretty self-explanatory what I'm doing. They're trying to train me to clean pools, and I can be by myself. I get my own company truck, and I go to a route, and that's all I do. I clean pools. I test the chemistry in the pool. I skim. I brush. I put chlorine tabs in there if it needs it. If the pH is too high, I gotta put acid on. I got if it's too low, like I gotta put sodium stuff on. Uh, I guess sometimes some of the filters need some backwashing, so I'll do that also. So yeah, it's basically just cleaning pools, and I already done cleaning pools before. It's a lot different here. They do different stuff compared to the East Coast. So obviously they don't close and open pools. They do this all year round, so that's even better. So the thing is, I get paid like 15.50 as a helper this week and next week, and then when I'm on my own, I get paid 19.50 to like 20 an hour, and then I get paid a little bit of commission for like installing stuff and uh doing certain things. So I guess the one thing I gotta really be careful of is the heat. Like I gotta hydrate myself and especially with my medicine. So I think it's a decent job though. I can work by myself. I don't have to deal with coworkers really once I'm alone. So yeah. What's up, couple of beers? Who's Bill Paxton? Who's that? Is he who's neurotypical? Me? No, I'm not neurotypical, man. I we'll make a video about that again. I I was in imposter syndrome all my teenage years and basically my 20s. And then I had to accept that I'm not a neurotypical and me masking all the time was ruining my health, you know? So, um, yeah, I had to accept that. That's part of the black pill, you know? You have to give up on shit like that. You can't be something you're not, you know? But I did that because I was made fun of a lot in school, how I socialized, and even my mom would do the same thing. And then I would just kind of convince myself that I didn't have it, you know? And even though I was looking up ways how to talk to people. So, where's that at, Mr. Reckless? Visit Sholo, Lakeside, Pine Top. Where's that at, man? It sounds pretty cool. Take a screenshot of that. You're a cowboy? Okay, man. Final Fantasy. What's that about? You're at the gym? Damn, man, you're going off. Well, how many days a week do you go, Anthony? You go to the gym. Maybe me and you can go to the gym one of these days if you're down. We can work out together. Monday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, that does kind of fucking suck, I'll say. I guess at least you're only having 3 days, right? But yes, I remember you were telling me how the job was with the coworkers and how the guy doesn't help you as much when you're washing dishes, and it sounds like a annoying environment to be in. Trader Post? What's that? Keeps evolving. Yeah, I mean, I guess our brains kind of evolve with new information. Yeah, I guess that's kind of how it is, I guess. Whoops. I do sprints. Nice, man. Yeah, sprints are nice too. I like doing them. I haven't done that shit in a while. I mostly just did runs, and I'm probably gonna play more basketball now too, since the weather is fucking perfect for that shit. Probably play like fives, play some threes, 1v1s. Be playing more of that here. So yeah, yep. Just to survive and get your basic needs and get your copes. Forced to participate. Yeah, I'm down one of these days, man. I saw that food. That looked fucking tasty. It looks better than In and Out, dude. Looks like you were drooling on that picture. You need some backwashing? Yeah, Jesus can help you. No food till I do 100 push-ups. You could definitely do that, man. That's not too hard to do. What's up, Shay? Jesus loves me. Yeah, I know. So I open my mouth. I'm a pool cleaner. I clean pools. I already did it in Philly before. I was a helper though. They did it differently. I had to help like these guys open uh the pools, and then I tested the chemicals, brushed, skimmed. Basically had to go to the pump and where the filter is and get the debris out. I think pool jobs are chill, to be honest with you. I think they're a pretty chill job. It really depends on who you work with, though. Like the first pool job I worked at was pretty chill, I'll say. The coworkers weren't too bad. Some of them were kind of annoying, but they were tolerable, and I guess they taught me the job okay and had some interesting convos. And then that second job, it was the same shit. I did things differently since a different company. And the one dude I worked with, he was an asshole. That guy that was like the service tech was basically just passive aggressive, and he would get kind of like rude and condescending about things when I ask him questions. And there was this one time where it set me off where um I was trying to get the skimmer basket out, and the like it was sucking it in because the I guess they turned on the pump for the for the for it to suck in, I guess, because on the what's it called, the like where the skimmer basket is, you could put like a vacuum in, and when you put the vacuum in, you prime it up, and then you vacuum the pool, and the debris goes in the vacuum and goes through the tube, and it goes to like the pump, and that's where it goes. And I was trying to take it out because it was on, and they didn't turn it off. Like the customer or whoever, or maybe the service techs forgot the week before or something. I couldn't get out because it was very hard, and he was showing me how to do it, and I saw it, and then I was trying to see how he did it with the second one. I wasn't trying to be an asshole, you know. And he thought I was standing super close behind him, and I wasn't. I wasn't even that close to him, and he was acting really weird about it. And then I was like, "What's your problem, dude? Like, I don't like your attitude." And then he was just going off, and I kind of got mad, and I didn't really raise my voice that much. I was just kind of just pissed off. And then I told him, "I'm not working with you, man." And basically, I walked out, and I had the key in my pocket. I forgot to give it to him, and he came out. He's like, "We could settle this after work, man." Before he said that, he's like, "What? Like, you're a sensitive guy." And I was like, "Dude, yeah, I don't like the way you treat me, you know." And then what else? I told him when he said we could settle this outside after work. He said that. I uh I told him that I don't get paid enough. And I hand him the key, and I fucking walked all the way to the headquarters, I guess, which wasn't too far walking wise, but it was a pretty far walk. And look, it was like 30 minutes. So that's when I quit. I didn't want to work with a guy like that. It was just some bullshit, you know. The guy just like was something else. I made a video on that on my old channel, that dude. But yeah, with the pool jobs, they're chill. It's just it's who you work with that makes it worse. Yeah, angry breakdown. Damn, man, it's terrible. What happened? Was it something with people or parents or something, or what was it? Yeah, found something. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I did work a production job. I didn't like that, you know. That wasn't for me, and I didn't want to work for a temp agency. So I had some time to look for better shit, and I found something better. And then I found a little second job I'm gonna be doing too. So yeah, I'm pretty hydrated. Yeah, I hope so too. You know, I think it will most likely. If I'm like working alone, I think it'll be better too. I don't have people to fucking bother me as much. So, but let me get out of here. I don't want to get fucking like say like a Walmart employee tell me to get the fuck out. Probably won't read the comments for a bit until I get home. So
I don't like doing that now like I used to. I don't like reading the YouTube comments like I used to because it's kind of dangerous. I used to do it a lot, but it ain't worth the risk, you know. Because I'll ramble a bit and I'll read them. This shit could be overwhelming. Just transitioning to a new state. Just I still haven't received my driver's license in the mail. It's been like fucking 4 weeks. It's like what the hell? I only have a temporary license right now. Ridiculous. I just be getting really mad at times, ruminating. Yeah, I feel that, man. I get like that too, you know? Ruminating about this life and how pointless it can be. Um, I'll say, like, stuff that people are going through, I'll never understand. I'm not in their shoes. And I don't understand how they go through it and how, like, their unnecessary problems haunt them. You know what I mean? Yeah, I get like that too, man. With this existence, a lot of times it's understandable, you know. Yeah, I don't live far from this Walmart. I only live like a couple minutes. I actually do like I run around this Walmart on my runs. Kind of cool. The weather was really nice this evening to do it. Try to get home here. Maybe we'll go for a walk or something. Check it out. But yeah, I'm almost settled into this state. It's gonna, I think it's gonna take me another month to settle in more. Got the jobs. I got the shit for my car, except my driver's license. And then, oh yeah, I do have to wait for my health insurance card to come, and then I gotta get a doctor. That shit's a pain in the ass. I fucking hate that. It takes so long to get a doctor so I can get my medicine. It's just at least I have like a 3 month supply of my shit. I have a month. I think I have another month of supply of the anxiety med I have. So I think at some point I may get a better mattress in my room instead of a mattress topper. But oh yeah, I have another story too, where when I went to that Bell Trail, I went that Beaver Creek and went swimming and stuff. Like I got hit with these gnats really bad in my face, and they were really biting me in my legs. And then like 2 or 3 days later, I started getting these itchy bumps. I'm getting them everywhere in my skin. I was asking ChatGPT what the hell that shit was, and he said it was like a allergic reaction. Basically, I have a allergic reaction to the shit. It's like all over my body. It itches and all that crap.
fucking annoying. But yeah, I could read them now. Yeah, I think we could still hang out some more, man. I mean, I gotta get settled in a little bit more first. I have to make sure everything. I start like getting like more of a savings and stuff, and um, things come in like my driver's license and all that. So I think we could still have a lot of time to hang out, man. I'm gonna live here for a while, so I think the beginning part's gonna take me a bit. That's all. We'll hang out some more though. I appreciate that, Ryan. Yeah, weed makes me like that too. Yep. Weed fucking makes me like that also, man. That's why I don't smoke weed.
gets me too paranoid, and um, I get really bad dissociation and depersonalization from it all the time. I guess he does because I go on my knee. Yeah, yep. Weed does the same thing for me, man. Intrusive thoughts. It gets uncomfortable at times. Yeah, some people just hit it makes them feel worse, you know? Yeah, you're off on the weekend. Yeah, same. Yeah, I don't work weekends at that pool job. I think with that trash job, I work on a Sunday. It's only an hour or two though, which is okay with me, right? Um, Masking and slaving yourself to the system. Yeah, conform to social norms all the time. Yeah, they really try to pressure people into doing that, you know? Not everyone wants to do those fucking things. Yeah, they're always on the comments, man. Always. Saturday and Sunday you're off? Okay. Maybe we can hang out those times, man. So I get those days off too. Yeah, but we'll see if we can hang out in a couple weeks, man. We'll plan something out. We'll definitely hang out a lot more. So 3, 4 times a week. Yeah, gotta I guess readjust to like the work schedule and try to find ways to work out on on your days off. I guess, right? Yeah, the toast. That shit was hella good, man. Looks like you're munching that mofo. Yeah, that's something I like about Arizona, Anthony. The food is top notch. It ain't bad. Yeah, I used to do sprints trying to get better at basketball, try to run faster. It's good if you're trying to like say train for a sport or something. Yeah, boxing's a good one too. Definitely need a lot of endurance with that and speed. Yeah, if you don't have good cardio, then you ain't gonna last boxing really. Highly hesitant, forgetful. Yeah, I feel that, man. What is it mostly your short-term memory or your long-term? Jesus. Yeah, on my knee for him. He played a lot of great movies. What movie was he in? I might know who he is, I think. I don't know too many actors though. Where was this? The job, that pool job I had? That second one, that was at my hometown area. If you're talking about that, where that coworker, probably pretty behind on the comments. So big ass ego at work. Yeah, a lot of them. Yeah, a shit ton of people. I mean, I had a coworker today teaching me stuff, and at the end, he was just mentioning me about religion, and it's all about God. We had some little debate, you know. I didn't even mention it, you know. It's kind of, I thought it was kind of inappropriate, you know, but whatever. These people, yeah, on the live chat, or you talk about in general. Oh, the second job's just like I'm like going to like some apartment complex and emptying trash basically, throwing it out, put new bags in, stuff like that. So yeah, he keeps breaking stuff and disher. Yeah, but that shit is, I understand kind of if it's super fast paced. I done that shit dishwashing. That was too much for me. If they go super fast, it's kind of hard, but I guess while you're doing it, should be mindful, I guess, right? With the plates. Yeah, drove safe. Down to go live. Yeah, if you're going live stream, man, I'll check your live stream out. Yeah, basically at school at work, like 90% of the time. Always looks dangerous as fuck. Yeah, I guess certain parts of Phoenix, right? Yeah, we were live together at the furniture store on his channel. Yeah, maybe do it on my channel possibly too. Yeah, all three of us. Yeah, I mean, I already hung out with a couple beers, hung out with Anthony. Be kind of cool if all three of us too. Bringing Miles in there, be kind of nice. Be cool. Eat veggies, go outside, but the anxiety meds help me out though, man. It's not mostly just like anxiety, like kind of talking to people. It kind of helps me with my racing thoughts with my bipolar. So it helps calm them down. Like if it works for people, then what's wrong? There's nothing wrong with taking it, you know. But if it doesn't work, then you don't take it. So Dave and Buster's, yeah, I'll be cool, man. I haven't been to one in a long time. So yeah, natural supplements. Yeah, those can work too. I guess like a little exercise or something. And yeah, I had a bunch of gnats. Yeah, I went to that creek and basically when I was swimming, I went out and they were all over my face. They bit me over my legs and they didn't like come out till like a couple days later and I've been getting itchy spots and stuff. They say it's like an allergic reaction from living in from a different state and moving somewhere here that you're not used to, you know? They're like different types of gnats. Yeah, I mean, we don't have to always spend money to hang out, man. Just need to have the time to do it, you know? Sometimes like work or something or say there's other things like errands we have to do, you know? We don't always have to hang out and spend money, you know? So, allergies. Yeah, it's not really the allergies though. It's like I had an allergic reaction kind of. It's just a weird reaction I got from the gnats. It's weird. But yeah, I have another story too. I have another story of when I went swimming and hiked that trail and stuff. Like I was trying to find it and it said to go to this creek, right? I went over there and it took me to a deserted spot, a campsite area, and my phone was starting to lose connection and I was following like where the GPS was telling me to go. It was a rocky road too, and when I guess if you guys saw like the cattle, and you guys saw the wild boar, I saw that down that trail, and then I saw a bunch of cattle surrounded by a body of water. It was crazy. Saw that down there. But once I went while I was going to seeing all that, I was hitting these big rocks. And when I was going over them, I thought they were gonna damage my car. I was getting scared. My heart was racing. And I kind of still kept going, but once I went to this one spot where the rocks were really raised, I was like, there's no way I'm going over that. My axle can get fucked up, you know? And there was another guy behind me. He was trying to go to the spot where I was going to too, and it uh led him to go over there. So I turned around and man, that shit was once I turned around, I had to like find an because I didn't know where it was. I guess if I typed in Bell Trail, I would have went the right way, but man, that was just scary, that shit. Like, I eventually found it an hour later, had to go somewhere else on the highway because I went there before with my roommate, but I don't know. Yeah, if I went more on that trail with those rocks, I would have been stuck. I would have been. That shit can be dangerous, you know? Billie Eilish. Yeah, I never really listened to her music that much. What kind of music she play? Like pop mostly? Body's toxic. I wouldn't say weed is toxic necessarily, you know? I guess people can overdo it, but I guess the best way to do it is edible, you know? Smoking it isn't always good. Yeah, never going back. Yeah, it's not for everybody, you know? Um, yeah, it makes me anxious, paranoid, and even if I'm by myself, I get weird. I had to stop doing it. Yeah, moderation. Yeah, I mean, if it even if even if I did weed in moderation, it would not be good, you know. If you still feel like garbage no matter what, can't do it, you know. But yeah, if you can do it in moderation and it doesn't bother you, there's nothing wrong with that, you know. Yeah, Sandy Machine. Yeah, that guy's something else. Guy's a no life loser talking shit on red pill option all day long. Just like we were talking about last weekend, dude. He would do that shit constantly. No life shit. Talks crap on all these creators. The thing is, like, I don't get why he's so mad when people talk about the hell realm, you know? It's just why don't he just want to hear other people's perspectives, you know what I mean? Live alone, not with parents. Yeah, I feel that, man. I mean, I remember when I was kind of smoking weed and my dad smokes weed. He used to. Now he doesn't because of his heart, but I would still kind of feel weirded out smoking there, you know, when I did it. And even if I was alone, no one was around, I would still feel weird, you know? Yeah, stuff that's natural. Yeah, natural ways can be beneficial to your health. I feel like natural ways are always the best way, you know? Yeah, but that's not everybody though, Mr. Reckless. Not everyone gets those things. There's people out there that smoke weed and they don't feel that, you know. I guess people can overdo it, you know. I guess if people do it to escape something, I guess it can make them worse, but it depends, I guess. Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, when we hang out, we can eat the sandwich and shit. So, how could our parents use us and abuse us? No support, no care. It's so demonic. Our parents should go to jail. Yeah, I mean, those are long lasting effects on the kid, you know? That can make them struggle throughout adulthood, you know? Trauma, um, having bad memories, all that stuff. Yeah, I remember you telling me that couple beers. Yeah, especially your dad, man. Your dad is something else. Should have prioritized taking care of you more instead of being a deadbeat, you know? Yeah. That's the thing though, definitely hard to prove, like, emotional abuse at the court. Yeah. It's like it's like you have to have, like, hidden cameras or something. They would be in their 80s. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess they're like, say, older boomers, I'll say. Finding Dory. Is that like Finding Nemo or something? I think I heard of that before. That's like kind of Dory's kind of perspective, right? Don't know how to respond. My brain has restored since doing daily dose of hormone supplements. Sometimes it can be the medication that can make your short-term memory bad too. Also, sometimes medication can do it. Sometimes when you're really stressed out, you may have like short-term memory. Uh, I guess, I guess like anxiety as well. I know I get like that. But that's terrible. That's affecting your life, man. The short-term memory. Shit's fucking terrible. Don't deserve that. Yeah, you had a lot of food from that job, man. Yeah. That's one good thing, I guess, that when you work as a dishwasher, you get free food. You get some nice food there. So, yeah, sleep related too. Yep, that's true also. If you don't get enough sleep, your memory and concentration can get worse. Not easy to get good sleep though, especially if you have insomnia or sometimes like you didn't time like the caffeine right. Say if you take caffeine or smoke cigs or something or whatever it is. Yeah, they told you to stay because they want people, man. They don't want to lose somebody, then they gotta look for somebody else. Probably been short staffed for a while. Yeah, meds can work. I wouldn't say all meds are bad, but if it doesn't work for somebody, people shouldn't push people to try other meds all the time. Yeah, I mean it's neutral, man. The void's neutral right there. Never get social anxiety anymore. Yeah, sometimes maybe like over time it may not affect you as much. Some people it's different, I guess. I guess it for me like I'm not as anxious because I take anxiety meds every day. I remember before that I used to have been very anxious too. I would use cigarettes to cope with the social anxiety and the drinking in school and stuff. So, yeah, I was by juniper trees. Yep, I seen a lot of them up there. I seen a lot of pine trees. Um, yeah, I was when I was up that campsite with my roommate. I was up in Payson pretty much. No Seams. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think the gnats. I wasn't in Payson when this happened though. I was at that Beaver Creek in Sedona. That shit was they were everywhere. They like the moisture, that shit. They're no different than the gnats where I'm from, but they're like a different breed and I guess my immune system didn't respond right, so I started getting itchy bumps everywhere. It was just it's overwhelming. I have them all on my face. It feels like they look like pimples, but they're bites or they're just reaction bumps. I don't know. I was checking to see if it was bed bugs, but that can't be because I slept on this mattress and I didn't have anything wrong with me when I lived here before that. So, where was this trail? It was in Sedona. It's called the Bell Trail. So if you go up like Interstate 17 up north, you'll um you'll get there that way. Uh it takes you to like a parking lot and then you have to hike this trail that's like I would say 3.5 miles to the swim spot. And then you would have to hike back down. That's 3.5 miles. So yeah, that was crazy with the gnats. And I guess if you were talking about the trail where I was
like I thought I was gonna get fucked by the rocks. That was more up north. I went more up north from the Bell Trail. That was like a campsite. It was just so weird, you know. It took me way up there, and man, that was kind of scary. My heart was kind of racing a little bit. I thought my car was gonna get fucked. And I checked my car underneath the I was checking underneath my car and everything was good, you know. Even though I heard like the car like has some crazy noises, you know, going through the rocks. Yeah, there is a lot of things to say, man. It sucks how we're stuck like working a job or too many responsibilities all the fucking time and there's a lot to see, you know. So, yeah, that's why I like doing them. I like to explore nature and time at times. It's a lot to see, especially in Arizona. There's a shit ton. So, trying to do more of that. Yeah, yep. Especially in Arizona, you don't want to get lost in like hiking trails here. That's what my roommate was saying to me. It could be dangerous. Yeah, if we can meet Millennial Steam, yeah, that would be nice. Be nice to see him. Lives in Tempe. Yeah, I live like 20 minutes from that. It's like I was telling you, I don't know if he watches my channel, but be kind of cool to have a collab, talk about life or something. Kind of cool, but it's like what you said, he might be kind of reserved type of person. So, yeah, it is a freaky thought, yeah. Being lost in the woods. That is scary, man. That ain't it's something else. What's like a nuclear weapon? Yeah, yup. We got me, we got Anthony, we got Millennial Steam, we got Miles. There's probably other bigger YouTubers here or something. Then we got a lot of people that are from Phoenix that watch these content creators, so there's a shit ton here. See that video of 100 officers chasing a dude? No, I didn't see that. That shit's fucked up, I'll say. Why'd he do that? Yeah, shit's messed up, man. Exothymia, analyze it narcissism proliferating throughout our societies. What's alexithymia again? I heard of that. I forget what it means though. Yeah, label as like a name. You never asked for your name, your parents just give it to you. You're this name. Yeah, that's a crazy one, right? Remember I used to talk about that on my old channel, that shit. Yeah, then you would have to go to the court to change it. Yeah, I remember you telling me that, Rohai. Trying to sacrifice to like get a better 30s, you know? It felt like it was unnecessary struggle and unnecessary like way to go through all that, man. That shit had to be overwhelming. Yeah, stole peace from you. That ain't right, man. Yeah, you have the right to resent your dad, you know? He it affects your adulthood, you know? Yeah, gotta cut those fucking people off. That shit. I don't know, man. I mean, my address is right. It's not the address at all. You get the same day? I don't know if I can. Like I bought my license and it's supposed to be mailed here. I got my license plate. I got uh my registration for the car. I don't know why it's taken so long. It's very strange. That's something I don't like about Arizona so far. Remember in South Dakota, I would go try to get my license and get it the same day. Same with the license plate. Same thing with the registration. All at the same day. Wasn't that difficult. Here, it's like they send it to the mail and it just takes too long. It's just unnecessary, you know? Yeah, yeah. I mean, they try to make you obedient, and a lot of times they don't prepare you for the real world school. Yeah, DMV can be overwhelming, man. DMV is very stressful to just try to renew your license, or you're trying to take your driver's test or permit test, or try to get your CDL or something like permit test done. Um, just it's just overwhelming, and then you have to wait a while in there. Yeah, I said Beaver Creek. Yep, that's where I went. Yeah, I didn't like school either, man. High school, probably the worst times of my life, right there. You're back. Nice, man. What'd you work out at the gym? Like, did you like lift some weights? Did you do some cardio? Did both? Boston, Massachusetts. Yeah, I was in Massachusetts before. I have like some family up there. They have some good seafood, some good chicken pot pies, pretty good. Um, I went to the city a little bit. I saw Fenway Park. It was kind of cool. Um, I would never live there though. It's too cold. As for me, weed is nuclear weapon. Yeah, we can really like basically make can usually can you what am I trying to say? Weed can make you feel good or it'll make you feel worse. It's what it is. Blair Witch Project. What's that movie about? What's the juice? Yeah, waiting for him to change. I mean, at least you tried, right? At least you tried to see if he will change, but giving him too many chances and not keeps giving you the same results ain't worth it. Yeah, it's terrible, man. It's terrible that you had a dad like that. Straight up abuse. Yeah, yeah, we have no say when we're out of the womb. What should we name ourselves? I mean, I think the person just saying it's a hell run because it's chaotic in there. It's overwhelming because of all the people, and the people that work at the DMV can be pretty stressed out, and they can put their stress out on the people at the DMV. Um, yeah, yeah, it's something else. Owe it to your parents, make them feel good. Oh, absolutely, I agree, Roheim. Yeah, you don't you don't need to do that. Legs, but did shoulders. Oh, nice, man. Did like machines do like standing overhead press with the barbell or dumbbells? I was not in the States. Yeah, I don't know where a Beaver Creek is outside the United States. Yeah, that's what they say. Yep. You need permission from the government, and you gotta go to court to like change your name. Yeah, something else.
Hung out with a couple guys in Massachusetts, right? That's pretty cool, man. It was sound like a good time, I'm assuming. Yeah, I remember you telling me that Shay on the Discord, the phone bill. Yeah, I mean that could be a pain in the ass when you're trying to call about the phone bill if there's something wrong with it and the customer service people are just, not trying to understand your situation or they're doing stuff wrong with your phone bill, you know? Yeah, I'll do that video tomorrow, man. We'll do that video tomorrow. I I saw you uh commented that on my post, and I'll do that request for you. They brought me all over Boston, Massachusetts. The one man almost brought me to Florida. Damn, you must been traveling everywhere from Ontario. If you're doing almost went to Florida. Florida is kind of cool to see, man. Uh, it gets hot down there, but there's some stuff to do, you know. Yeah, authoritarian. Yeah, trying to tell you what to do all the time. Especially society gives you all these expectations on what they view as successful, or they try to make you conform to social norms all the time. Yeah, I like in Arizona, man. Things are going well so far. I think I'm settling in pretty good. It just sucks that I have to wait for that license, you know. The weather is nice. I have a good roommate. I've been to a lot of places within like a month, basically. Yeah, it's been going good, so far. I think it's gonna be a lot better experience than South Dakota, I'll say. It's about three college students who get lost in the Maryland woods and are stalked and terrorized by an damn. Yeah, that's fucking creepy, I'll say. Getting stalked by an evil witch. Probably like telepathic and I'm assuming that movie read their minds. That's fucking creepy, man. Yeah, I guess we're both tired, man. Yeah, I'm getting a little tired. That's why I'm doing it again. Yeah. True, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's good to have more money uh when you're younger because I guess something catastrophic can happen, you know? That's true, man. Yep, because if you don't have as much money, that big bill comes in, that could affect you a lot. Not easy though, to get all that money at a young age, right? But I do agree with you though, man. Yeah, you need to court change your name. Yeah, I think it's silly, man. I think it's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, that sounds like some double standards. Oh, I'm not giving you anything. You gotta do the chores, but thing is, you gotta give me money though. Yeah, something else, man. Yeah, that's terrible right there. Like your parents need to prioritize like working and trying to give you and your siblings a quality life and didn't even do that. Oh, Canada? What part of Canada? Canada is very big, I'll say. It's definitely good amount of spots to see over there. I would never live in Canada though. Certain parts. Maybe Vancouver might be nice. I don't think it's that cold like that. Say it's kind of like on the Pacific coast, but I don't know if I could live in like say like Ontario or just like Montreal, something like that.
Too cold. Maybe cool to see though. Resented. Yeah, that's terrible. How can you resent spending money on your kid, you know? That's something important, especially if it's just that's pathetic, man. He had a great accent. Yeah, that's cool, man. Sound like you had a good time. Seemed like the people were friendly and had some good conversations and stuff. So yeah, I'll do the request for you tomorrow though. I'm planning on doing a good amount of videos this weekend. So did some free weight dumbbells. Nice, man. Sound like a good shoulder workout you did with the machines, the dumbbells. Dumbbells are underrated when you're doing shoulders. You can do a lot with them. Um, if you heard from Life is Overrated. I mean, he comes on my videos at times. He comments on stuff. I feel like he's more of a reserved person, and I feel like when you're doing this type of content, it can get to you. You know, it could be very overwhelming and can make you feel like shit at times. Maybe something personal, maybe he's going through. I don't know. I mean, I hope he's doing well. As I knew Life is Overrated for a long time. So I mean, he was on my Discord. We had some good convos on there. So I understand like doing videos can be overwhelming, and if he doesn't want to do them, that's fine, you know. But I guess I'll always remember the videos that he made, you know. Uh, there's a lot of them that I resonate with. So yeah, left made you figure it out the hard way. That's the thing. Yeah, that's terrible, man. Yeah, your parents sound incompetent, I'll say. Yeah, parents should support their kids no matter what. That's what that is. Stayed about Boston. Yeah, Boston's pretty nice though. It's very historic city. I walked around there too. It's pretty cool. Yeah, true. That could happen. I could get lung cancer from the smoking. Now I can't work. Then what can you do now? You'd be in loads of medical debt, and if you don't have like like supportive family to help you, that's even worse, you know? Yeah, true. Yep. Homeless people with cancer. Yeah, that's very true, man. Where's the family to help them? You know, it's just something else. Yeah, when you're a kid, you're not as worried because you don't have as many responsibilities, and your immune system isn't as is better, you know. But I guess the unfortunate part is there's kids out there that don't have the best immune systems when they're born, and they get born with something that cripples their life. But I guess with like most kids, I guess they aren't born with that, and I guess when you're an adult, it's worse because say if you're living on your own, you gotta, you know, keep that can happen to somebody. Montreal, Toronto, Vancouver. Yeah, they definitely got a lot of nice wooded areas. A lot of nature there. Definitely a lot of hiking trails, we'll say. Yeah, the summer. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, man. Be nice if he made videos, but I understand it though. It's up to him if he wants to. Uh, so like I said before, doing this type of content can be overwhelming, and sometimes like the audience can get to you, which it happened to me. And um, you know, it's sometimes like need some time off to uh like
get away from the YouTube and just live your own life. Uh, maybe he might come back, do a couple videos. Who knows? I think it'll be nice though. Um, better figure out how to get financially well off soon because you're gambling. Yeah, yep. Gotta save money, man. Gotta save money and get emergency fund and stuff like that. It's definitely not easy when you get homeless and dealing with a mental illness, and it's not easy when you're working at jobs, and there's jobs that are like when I was in South Dakota, I couldn't find a stable job really. A lot of the times it was my bipolar and depression there, and there was jobs out there that let me go, and it was just not easy really. So Ontario, nice man. Yeah, that's true, Rohi. Yeah, that's the truth, and I'm definitely aware of that. I'm aware that something bad can happen. It's not just health problems, it could be a car accident. I could be in a car accident and then my lifeline is fucked. Then, yeah, I'll be in a lot worse situation right there. So, but yeah, I do agree with you though, man. Yeah, he's all right. He's he's been commenting on my videos. I've been seeing him on there. Yeah, I think he just wants to be more reserved, I'll say. It sounds like. Yeah, it comes for all eventually, yep. Even if you have a lot of money, it could still cripple you. That those health problems can um impact you more than the money that you have also, because you can't enjoy certain things in this life when your health is making you feel worse. But I guess with I guess like if you have more money, you're able to pay the bill, compared to people that don't. So yeah, I'm not the best reserved wise though. I'm not the best with that. I'm more kind of open, more open person. Yukon territory is worth exploring. What's that? I don't think I ever heard that before. Is that more like a hiking trail area? Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of doctors that don't seem to care for their patients, that's for sure. Yeah, I get it, man. Yeah, unfortunately for me, I have to see a psychiatrist to get my medication. If I don't, then I run out of medication, I'm fucked. I have to I have to do that shit. Yeah, I think doctors are useful, man. I still agree with that also. I s- also I also do think that there's doctors that can be corrupted as well. But yeah. Yeah, he distrusted doctors. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, life doesn't care. Yep. Yeah, yep. I heard there's people that are homeless that get these swollen up like feet and their like legs or something from like laying down a certain position for a long time, and it can really affect them too. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, man. Have some goals to get through this life. Mm, There's nothing wrong with that. Hmm. I don't know that song, Lennon Doom. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. I guess that's a pro about that with Canada. You don't have that the health that bill coming in the mail. I guess the only issue is the waiting times. Like if you I guess that's the thing about like in America, you can get checked out right away, but that bill comes in the mail. That can be crippling financially. But I guess when you're in Canada, you don't have that crippling bill, but if you have something serious, you may have to wait very long, which is not good also, you know? Yeah, something else. Part of the Canada that borders Alaska? Oh, dang. That's pretty far away, man. Damn. Live a long life. I kind of don't want to live too long, man. I don't want to live to like 80, 90 years old. I don't. Raise up some ladies. I'm not that type of dude, man. I mean, this channel is mostly pessimistic, man, but I try to be realistic and try to do things that are positive, you know, do things I enjoy. So, paralyzed by the police, they arrested him for sleeping in public. Damn. Damn, that's crazy. Where was he homeless at? Yeah, yep. When you're homeless, like you're in more danger or something. It's like you're more of a target, I think. Yeah, that shit's fucked up, man. That can create more trauma, you know, being on the streets. You sound young. Yeah, I'm 31, so reserved with your money, but soon realized spending as I get it came with the yeah, yep. I mean, I'm not always the best with that either, you know. There's times where that one time when I had a manic episode, I went impulsive and spent a lot of my money and stuff. Yeah, I guess sometimes you just kind of learn from those experiences too, you know. Try to not spend too much, you know. You know, look your age, but look a lot older. Probably have a healthy lifestyle, man. Probably decent genetics also, you know. Best shape ever. Damn, rice food poisoning. Damn, that fucking sucks. Sound like some bad food poisoning that happened to him. F that, man. That's terrible. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, you can't help everybody, man. I mean, if they don't receive the help that you give them, they are unwilling to want help themselves. You can't help them, you know? I get it, man. I guess, like, if you help people and they genuinely want the help and they're they're putting in the effort to do it, you know, then yeah, I think it's worth helping them, you know? Yeah, I get it, man. I mean, you don't want to help someone that's disrespecting you, you know? I get it. That's like family, for example, like your parents. Like people say you should help your parents, but why? If they're not considering me, why should I, you know? Yeah, you gotta stay away from that, man. That's the best thing to do, but I guess it's not easy, you know?
Did I bring my Yeah, I gotta go to my car and get the I gotta get my batteries. Damn, food poisoning, second time. Must have been expired rice or something. What do you think it was? That's terrible. I'll say it's not your stomach, man. It's probably your body responding to like food that's toxic, and threw it up. That's probably what it was. Yeah, there's a lot of people that can be disrespectful and try to take advantage of other people's empathy. I get it, man. I'll see a couple beers. Yeah, I think this week will be all right. We're gonna try to do like some videos tomorrow, live stream. Probably gotta do some lift tomorrow. Probably have to do some errands with that second job, maybe. But yeah, that's about it for me this weekend. But hopefully you have a decent weekend, man. We should hang out again. So, African restaurant in America. Immigrants have different food washing practices. Yeah, they need to go by like the protocol, they can't have a kitchen, for example, that is messy. They gotta make sure the food is not expired, and it needs to go by like OSHA guidelines or whatever it is. Yeah, if it was leftovers, man, it could have been expired shit. That's what I'll say. They probably don't even know how long it was left out for. Yeah, maybe there is something in the rice too. Maybe there is something toxic in there. Could be that also. It's either expired or some toxic shit in there. It's one of the two. Sounds about right. Yeah, these fucking bites, man. Been getting bit by these bugs at that place, man. Yeah, that sounds about right too. Agree with Rohi on that. That's probably what happened to him. Leftover rice left out, not in the fridge. What's up, weed is heat? I never really had like food poisoning to where I felt super sick, but I had food poisoning. No, actually, I did have food poisoning where I was kind of sick. That Jersey Mike's meatball parm sandwich. That shit got me sick. I had to yak it out. It was bad. Yeah, terrible, man. Leave food out overnight. What kind of food was it though? Yeah, they shouldn't leave it out overnight either. Mice can eat it, bugs. Why don't they put the leftovers in a fridge? Keep it concealed? Man, that's terrible, man. That's kind of like my roommates too, in Philly. They would do that type of shit. And then there was a bunch of bugs all over it. And then there was fucking mice crawling all over the place. Any kind of food. Yeah, that is dangerous, man. I agree. They just didn't give a shit. Sounds like nonchalant about it. Yeah.
What's up, Daniels? No, I don't play video games as much. Maybe once in a while I will, but I haven't played in a while, to be honest. Yeah, salmonella is a big one. Yep. Gotta be careful with chicken with that. Always gotta wash your hands when you're cutting like chicken breasts all the time. Gotta cook it good too. Yeah, I agree, Rohai. That is lazy. Yep. Just creates like fucking pests in there and insects. Should at least put in a container in the fridge. Yeah, I agree, man. I mean, I could see some people accidentally not put it in the fridge. That's something different, but these people are just like not caring, and that's kind of annoying, you know? I had roommates like that. That was horrible. I remember like there was that one time where my roommate had a Chick-fil-A bag sitting like right by the microwave. There was flies all over that shit. It was ridiculous. Yeah, flies and maggots. Damn, that's terrible, man. Called the cops. Damn, that's kind of what I wish I would have done. Yeah, I should have called the cops too. What are the cops doing now? I'm kind of curious. What kind of place did you live in, man? Was that like a slum or something? 'Cause I lived in like a slum too. Yeah, maybe it's not like outgrowing them. It's just it just doesn't hit you anymore. It's something that uh you know maybe you tried some other things and it just doesn't please you anymore. I guess. And I guess you would play video games, but not like more of a daily thing, you know? Yeah, knowing he didn't clean his room. What was it? Like kind of like dirty clothes or I mean, I kind of understand that, I guess, but if it was like food or something, then yeah, that's some bullshit, I'll say. Glad you don't have roommates. That's good, man. I mean, I didn't have roommates in South Dakota. I had my own apartment, but I live with a roommate now, and the roommate here is actually cool. He's not dirty. He's a cool person too. So moved from my parents' place into this place by myself, and they are very clean and tidy. Nice, man. That's cool. When'd you move over there? Contact the landlord and got him evicted? Yeah, yep. That'll do it right there. Landlord ain't gonna like seeing that. That's for sure. That sounds like a smart move, man. Were you able to pay? I guess my other question is, since he got evicted, were you able to pay the rent there, or how did that work? That would probably be harder there, right? Yes, I'm outside, man. I'm outside by the porch. Yeah, it's not like stimulating. That's the word I'm looking for with the games. It's like not as stimulating as other ones. Damn, maggots everywhere. That's terrible. Gotta throw that shit out if you're not eating it either. Under his pillow. Jeez, man. Oh, you're able to pay. That's good though, I'll say. That's fucking disgusting, I'll say. That was sounds similar to fucking my place, dude. I had rats in my place too. Horrible. I remember like I gave when I moved out of that place, I moved back to my dad. I gave this one roommate the mattress like frame and the mattress. I went in his room. That shit was so dirty. It was just it just smelled like mold and shit everywhere, you know? Yeah, I would say no too, man. The way he is living with you, hell no. That shit's disgusting. Horrible, dude. That shit's bad. How long did you live there for? That place. It sounded like a nightmare, man. Yeah, that's what happens when you get depression too. You lack personal hygiene at times, showering, or even just like cleaning your room or even like cleaning the kitchen or something. I get like that at times. I can't do it like that now cuz you know, with the roommate, I don't like being a dirty person anyways. I don't like that, you know. If I confronted about it, um I guess back when I was more of an anti-nihilist. No, not my mom. So I never really seen my mom that much. But I guess my dad. I guess when I would get mad, I would say some shit. Like I would say some like anti-nihilist type of arguments to him. That's the only. I would never like kind of like sit there and talk about it with him though, like as a conversation. You know. Yeah, sounds like it, man. Sounds like he was just a dirty person too. Yeah, it's good to be considerate in that way. You don't want to walk around like having stinky like body odor or just stinky clothes all the time, you know? I agree with that, man. Guess with the breath also, especially at the workplace, you know. I can understand if someone's very depressed and they they don't prioritize their hygiene as much cuz you know, that depression can really hit you, you know, but if you're like around people, it can be rude at times, I guess, right? So, yeah, I'll agree with that, man. Oh, I already told you, man. I mean, I think I think he's more reserved type of person. Guess he's focusing on stuff on his personal life, and I guess, like I said before, I think making these type of videos can be overwhelming, and it can affect you a lot, and it's good to take a break. Maybe that's what he's doing, or maybe he doesn't want to do it no more. You know, which I understand. Yeah, I agree. Especially we were going around people all the time. mean, if you don't get a shower for a couple days, I mean, at least put some deodorant on, I guess. Yeah, I agree. I'll say this, I don't shower all the time. I usually I'll usually shower a lot more when I'm like sweating a lot though. I need to do that. But say if I haven't got out of the house really, I'm just chilling there. I wouldn't really get a shower that day. Yeah, see a lot of videos of people talk about other people's stinky body odors. Yeah, they're probably annoyed by it. They're probably annoyed by that shit. Yeah, exactly. They'd be fucking mad. Especially out in public. Yeah, I seen them hoarder videos. They are fucking something else. If I worked for this 800 junk removal company, they would deal with fucking people like that. You would go to people's houses and there would be times where you could be dealing with a hoarder house. Can't even walk. There's fucking trash. There's shit all over the place. Yeah, I think a lot of it's dealt with like mental health problems too. People that are hoarders. Maybe we'll do a video on that or something. Yeah, be stinky. Yeah, fart in their face. Shit in their doorstep. There was this one time where there was this one guy that was in my high school, and he was so pissed off that someone took a shit in his doorstep. And these guys were bullies that did this shit to him too. 'Cause this guy didn't really do anything wrong. Like these assholes from my school, I remember they would talk about this with me, and they went over there, and this one guy fucking took a shit on his doorstep. And that shit is disgusting. Straight up some bully shit. Yeah, literally. That's a true story too from my school. I used to hang out with both those people too. Guy took a shit on the doorstep at night. And then my one friend one time, he was at a party too. And there's this one guy he doesn't like. He took a shit, and then he took the shit where my friend passed out drunk. And basically, he was sniffing it while he was sleeping or something. It's fucking weirdos. Fucking turd. Grim Reaper. Yeah, guess that'll kill you with smelling the shit like that. The Grim Reaper will take you away from the stench. Yeah. Yeah, that is disgusting, isn't it? Yeah. Some people in my high school did some fucked up shit. Yeah, right. I agree, man. Fucking something else. Yeah, some people will be doing some weird shit, that's for sure. Like, literally, some weird shit. Literally. Then, I don't know if you guys that know that YouTuber Shoe Nice. That guy would fucking get drunk or something, and then he was walking outside, he found some dog shit, he picked it up and ate it for content. That's the type of shit you would see on YouTube back in the day, you know? Now he would post a video like that shit would be gone. That was like 10, like 14 years ago, that shit. Literally, shit. Yeah, that Shoe Nice YouTuber did some crazy drinking stunts. He would eat like dip. He would eat like deodorant sticks, shampoo. Yeah, it was a real thing he did. Yep, he ate dog shit. Nah, that's real. That's a real video. He was walking around, he was drunk, and basically he found some dog shit trying to get instant gratification from his viewers. Shoe Nice. That guy was a crazy dude. And then after that, he became homeless or something. He became homeless and he was like a drunk. And supposedly he was trying to scam people for money on YouTube, basically. Yeah, little dog shit is right. That's literally what that guy did. If you ever want to look up Shoe Nice, he's on YouTube. You probably won't be able to see his crazy videos on there. YouTube takes them down. That was the old YouTube back in the day. Maybe we should eat some. Yeah, do you have extra dog shit or human feces, real high? I'm pretty hungry. I don't want you to eat it all. I'm pretty starving right here. Maybe you can go to the bathroom and just kind of, you know, drop a dookie and I'll eat some. Oh, gasoline? I don't know if that's real though. Now that's something else. That shit's crazy shit. Yeah, I know that series on there. Strange Addiction. Someone there's a guy that had like an intimate relationship with his car, and yet supposedly he had sex with the car or something. I mean, I guess in an anti-nihilist standpoint, that's ethical, you know. Yeah, yeah. Ain't gonna reproduce. Yeah, yep. Unintended right there. What you said. Oh man. They saw another one where a person ate sand or something. That was another one. Then someone ate like cardboard boxes or something. Yeah, there's a lot of them on there. Thing is, I don't know how real that fucking show is either. Yeah, that was something else. Eating duty. Yeah, two girls, one cup, right, Rohi? That's a good video. Eating nail polish? Damn, that's gotta be disgusting too. Oh man, crazy. I mean, there are times where I ate some weird shit, but I wouldn't go that far, you know? Like mixing ketchup with like barbecue sauce or something with chips, but I don't think I would get to the point I'd eat nail polish though. That's some crazy stuff. That's another thing that Shoe Nice would do. He would light up a cig and he would stick his tongue out and put a bunch of uh burnt cigarettes in his tongue. See how long he would take the pain. Trying to do it for attention. It's masochist type fucking content, you know? God. Oh, you know, their walls. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's fucking weird. Imagine if she ate like the drywall or something and just ate the insulation. Chicken hearts. Yeah, it's something pretty unusual, I'll say. But I feel like there's a lot of people out there that will eat like there's a lot of people that will eat like testicle meat. There are a lot of people who eat like say I'm just saying some random shit. I don't know if it's like something that people eat, but maybe be like let me try to think of something like testicle pig or something. I don't know. People would eat shit like that, or they would eat pig heart. Be eating I don't know, just all that shit. Ate drywall. Yeah, I mean, eating the walls and drywall is the same thing, you know. That is strange though, man. That shit had to hurt the teeth, I'll say. Yeah. Other than eating, like doing drywall as a job is hard as fuck, I'll say. That's a hard labor job. That shit ain't easy. Physically demanding that job. But I guess if that lady would like it because she would eat like the drywall that she would install in a house if she was like working in drywall. Yeah, something else. I think I guess I guess I did weird eat some weird shit when I was a kid. I did try dog food before and I spit it out. That was kind of disgusting, I'll say. I did eat grass before. I didn't mind that, to be honest. I would sit down on the grass and I would pick at it and I would kind of eat some grass, kind of like a dog, you know, or cow or something. There was this one time I had a landscape customer. Basically, this guy was like, I would like do like walking on the on the job site for him, I guess on his yard, and he found this onion weed and he fucking picked it up and he ate it. And he's like, this shit tastes pretty good. That customer was something else too. Randomly walked around, just did that shit. I'm not surprised. I mean, if you're drinking gasoline, that shit will fuck you up. Imagine putting like a match in her mouth. God, man. A lot of it's for attention, you know. That's what I think it is. You tried cat food? Yeah, yeah, that shit probably don't taste good either. Yeah, yeah, we can't eat pet food. I think the dog food I tried was a biscuit, I think. Just tasted nasty. There was one time, like when I was a young kid, I would go to like my aunt and uncle's house, and I don't know how this conversation started, but my aunt told me that someone ate poison ivy before it died. Just weird, you know? Can't imagine eating poison ivy. That shit will fuck you up, you know? Yeah, that's one thing I had there was one time where I was 13 and my brothers were like kind of they were like 11 or 10 years old, both of them. And my one little cousin, he was like 3 years old, and like I had a dog at the farmhouse. And basically the dog like ran like in this like bush, and basically it was like a sumac bush supposedly, and petted the dog, and I had severe sumac all over my body. I had a little bumps in between my fingers. I couldn't even sleep. I had it all over my arms, my stomach, and my little cousin had it the worst. He had to go to the hospital. It was that bad. Poison ivy. Um, you'll see it grow like in your landscape bed. You can see that grow there. You can see that grow in the woods a lot too. I guess there's different types of like it's not like breeds, but what's the word for that? Or I guess they're like different states with the poison ivy and sumac and oak because the different climates. So I don't know how it is here, but there's a lot of poison ivy like in the Northeast. You would have to be careful, like say around it. Like say if you're like a landscaper, you have to be careful like pulling weeds because sometimes you may pull some poison ivy, and you it can be itchy at times. Say, if you see poison ivy, one way you can tell is like if you're like by a tree and there's like this vine growing around it, and you see like shiny green leaves, or you see stuff like that, you want to stay away from it. You want to stay from that. A lot of them kind of grow in shade too. A lot of them grow in like shaded areas. Yeah, I used to get poison ivy a lot doing that type of work, but the sumac's the worst. I only had that shit one time. Yeah, the world doesn't understand mental health issues, so people will be very harsh with punishment. Yeah, it's not even like really trying to understand either. It's like they're unwilling to understand someone's mental health issues as well. It's a big stigma in this world, basically. I think a lot of mental health issues are ignored in society too. Like if you have like bipolar disorder like I have, or like schizophrenia or depression, anxiety, everything on the DSM, it's is ignored a lot of times because they can't see it, I guess. They supposedly need to see it more. And plus, mental health issues come from like a lot of things, right? It comes from your environment or something, right? It could come from a bad traumatic past, or it could be genetic, right? Or you know, stuff like that. Brain injury, right? That's another one. Could get in like a brain injury. It can mess with your mental. Yeah, there's a lot of people like that, yeah. Yeah. I guess being too aware can make you very depressed as well. You start to be aware of how messed up a lot of things are. That's the thing, like this world is not always good. There's bad in this world and people don't want to accept that shit or something. Yeah, I mean, I try to talk about other things besides pessimism though, but that's mostly my channel. So I'm mostly a pessimist myself with certain things. So, autism is another one. Yep, that's heavily stigmatized in society, especially at the workplace, school. There's parents that don't try to understand a person's autism. Yeah, I agree with that, man. Yeah, the Yang side. Yeah, comorbidities is bad. I mean, a lot of people with autism struggle with mental health problems, because of the isolation. There's a lot of them that can experience loneliness and deprive certain things that they would like, or not all of them, right? Because there's ones that are functional or it doesn't affect them as much, but it depends. Depends where you're at on the spectrum and your living environment, right? And stuff like that. live in a neurotypical world. I wouldn't say life is fun, man. I'll say. I don't know if I would say that. Yeah, it's unnecessary that you had to meet with enemies in your life, man. That's terrible. Yeah, they don't like that. They get triggered by it. It sounds like. Yeah, yeah. I think a lot of people don't like differences. It kind of affects them. Yeah, a lot of people that are jealous, envious. Yep, hateful. Yeah, there's a lot of people like that. Could be anybody, your family, so-called friends, or I guess your partner can be like that. Um, anybody. I mean, he doesn't have to talk about his experience if he doesn't want to. That's something personal. Yeah, I mean, there's fun things in life, but I wouldn't say like life is fun necessarily, if that makes sense. I wouldn't say it's a mental illness, man. Some people don't want to go further in their personal lives. I think that could be private. I wouldn't say that. I disagree. If someone talks about like if people has done things to them, and they don't want to go further deep and be specific about it, that's private information. You don't need to do that. Yeah, I mean, I guess because we live in a neurotypical world, that's what it is. I mean, if you're a neurodivergent, right? Like you go to the workplace, you can be more of a target than neurotypical. If the neurodivergent person uh doesn't mask well at the job, for example. It's the same thing at school too. I dealt with it the worst at school. I think school was the worst part for like my autism, especially in being in like special ed and uh just more of a target. Get harassed, kind of like what Rohai said. The craziest part is your own family could do this. Guess not all parents, right? But there is family out there that will try to harass their kids that are neurodivergent. Yeah, I think it's because we live in a neurotypical world, and that's how majority of people communicate in a neurotypical way. They like it's small talk or when they talk, they with the eye contact, with the facial expressions, the body language, tones of voice, all that stuff. What's a new term? Animated when you're around them. Yeah, I understand, man. Yeah, a lot of neurotypicals. I think the thing is like when they interact with someone that's neurodivergent, they don't understand like how they socialize, so they always will try to view them as rude or they try to view them as like disrespectful when really their intention is not like that. It's just how the neurodivergent communicates, you know? Like say the eye contact, like if this, you know, like doesn't give enough eye contact while talking to somebody, then that neurotypical may view that person as rude, you know? Or may or there's a lot of neurotypicals that just may just judge that person, just say, "Oh, that person has autism," you know, but maybe that person may not too. Maybe that person has social anxiety, right? So, or maybe has both. You're aware of your face. What you mean, like consciously aware? One more second. I'm gonna head in. Are people diagnosed like neurodivergent or autism or just stuff like that? There's people diagnosed at school. There's people diagnosed from a doctor. That's how people get diagnosed. How school does it, they analyze the kids and they see the kids not acting like how the other kids are, then they get diagnosed, you know? Some people that are neurodivergent can mask it well, so they go undiagnosed a lot of times. And the reason why now it's getting more diagnosed because I think it's starting to get better with that. There's better diagnosis and there's it's not as stigmatized, even though it still is at the same time. Especially when like people that were older, like people that are like boomers or something, you know, they're starting to get more diagnosed than boomers or just Gen X or something. They find out later. You're in a similar situation. Yeah, I get it, man. There's a lot of jobs out there that are it's just hard to stick around to, especially with the coworkers. I think that's the biggest one for me, especially, but I think that's a big one for a lot of people. And then it could just be like the workload. It may not just be for you. Maybe it's like too stressful and overly stimulating. Um, I guess I guess some people have a hard time keeping jobs too. Is Maybe they have a problem with their anger, you know? Maybe it's the person having trouble regulating their emotions, which I have the same thing as well, you know? I'll say, yeah, it's just hard to stay at a job with the people, I guess the pay, or hard to stay at jobs because they can let you go a lot, even though, say, if you didn't do anything wrong. A lot of reasons. I wouldn't say they're really lazy, man. People that have a hard time keeping jobs and stuff. I think a lot of it could be, like I said before, it's just the people that you're working with, the boss, the coworkers. It could be the workload, or it's overly stimulating. It's not for you. Can get let go, laid off. Mental health problems. You know what I mean? It's uh, it's not easy. You know. Big reason for me was my bipolar disorder. My once I worked with my dad, I couldn't even work with him, you know. Part of it was very stressful working with my dad because he has his anger is bad, and then I guess my behavior wasn't good either. So I went on and off with my dad, even though I tried to still keep up with his business because he made decent money, you know, and I wanted to help him out at the time. So yeah, telling somebody that is lazy can be an insult, you know. My dad told me I was lazy when I was trying to tell him like I was depressed and I tried my best to work with you last year, you know, and that pissed me off. I broke the kitchen and I said some really hateful things to my dad, and he called the cops, and I uh I was homeless. I was homeless for a month. I was living in my car. I was living in motels, and I didn't want to run out my money so quick, so I just booked it to the Midwest and lived there for 10 months. And then I didn't like it there because I wasn't stable with work. I was so depressed from the winter weather, and the isolation was really messing with me. And I moved to Arizona, and so far Arizona, I'm really liking it. So I think it's a big difference. He a good parent. I'll say my dad's a good provider. I'm not gonna say he's always bad, you know. I think he's good provider, but I wouldn't say he's a good parent when he doesn't view my bipolar as a serious thing and saying I'm lazy, you know. When I worked with my dad like every day, and I couldn't take my he's put yelling and screaming at me, and I couldn't deal with it no more, you know. So was very hard. Yeah, I mean, that's a way be envious of you, Rohi. That's what that is. You're allowed to not work as hard when you already have enough money, you know? That's up to you. You came from him, so he knew you could evolve from. No, I disagree, man. That's something I disagree with. The thing is, I was getting ready to buy a pickup truck. I was gonna sell my car, you know, and I guess something with my old YouTube I was getting depressed with, and I was uh I was getting depressed working with my dad. It was very stressful, you know. Yeah, I do know my dad better. Yep. I'm not gonna say I'm the victim all the time because there's things I gotta work on, my anger and regulating my emotions right, which I think I'm getting better at since I moved out of there. I think it was just very hard to deal with them, living there. I wish I moved out sooner, but my bipolar kind of, I was in and out of mental hospitals my whole 20s, and I couldn't keep a job when I couldn't work with my dad, so it's just something else. Yeah, you know my dad better because you went on your knee for Jesus, and you convinced my dad to do the same. um, my dad's a workaholic. My dad would work all the time. He wouldn't hardly take a day off. He's always angry. He's he was always stressed out from his customers all the time. He would stump his feet when he would walk in the house. I would never have like good conversations with my dad either. Um and I would try to help him out around the house and he would just be like, "Oh, don't it's just I don't know. I can't explain it, you know." Yeah, assume the best of them. I mean, the thing is, your assumptions of your parents view them as unsupportive, that your assumptions are right. Yeah, I took antipsychotics. Yep. At first, they diagnosed me as psychosis because there's this one time where my brother, uh, he called me sensitive one time, and I wasn't regulating my emotions. I was suppressing my shit in, and I was stressed out working with my dad while my brother was working, and I punched my brother in the face, and my brother didn't really know why, which makes sense. And then I just went on a psychotic mode and I got mad at his coworkers and my dad, and I I was breaking shit, and I was very close to my dad's house. I walked to my dad's house. I opened the closet. I drank a bunch of liquor and went to the mental hospital. And I took some antipsychotic, like a Abilify, for a bit. Made me gain a bunch of weight. Um, at the time, I was in shape before then. And I was still going to the gym obviously then, but I was just really eating a lot more. So, but after that, I just kept going in and out of hospitals after that. So, taking all kinds of medication and um yeah, I found the medication that works for me, lithium and Buspar. So, nah, you're good, man. I mean, I think I'm getting better now. So, I haven't been to a party in a long time. I mean, I guess the last time I went out somewhere is I went to Scottsdale. I went